Salut, c'est Guillaume. Je vous propose de découvrir un extrait du prochain épisode de Course Épique. Course Épique, c'est chaque semaine un invité, une course, une histoire hors du commun. Je vous donne rendez-vous tous les mercredis pour découvrir un nouvel épisode et vivre une grande et belle histoire de course. Mais avant ça, place à un extrait de notre prochain épisode.
Joaquin, you said that you never imagined yourself as a professional trail runner. At what point did you realize that running would become such an important part of your life?
You know, being from Ecuador is not easy in that sense. Like, I always had that in my back of my head. Like, I was already getting like really good results. Like, I finished second, for example, in TDS. And I was like, okay, like, I should be able to get some sponsorship. Like, don't only pay my food for my nutrition for the race. Like, really, like, make something out of
support,
it. You know,
but,
exactly.
Yeah.
And when I was contacting with all the brands, they were kind of interested until they realized that I was living in Ecuador. And they said things like, we don't sell so much product in your region, or you should come live in Europe to be more present in more races that we support. Or if you live in your region, we have a rule that we can just give you products, you know? So, I mean, it was kind of hard in a way, but it was also motivating because it was like, I've been always super inspired to push for the minorities, and like the representation of Latin American runners in this sport is small. We are a minority. There's not so many people, but I've seen it closely how many people dream of being here. So in a way that got me more energy to do better results, you know, like to try harder. And it wasn't until last year that actually I signed my first like pro contract. So it's been a long career of trying, and finally it was possible. Like,
and you made KAILAS FUGA that helps you do this.
Exactly. And what I like the most about them from the bottom of my heart is that their team is super diverse. Like, you get people from Ukraine, from Nepal, from Europe as well, like from the United States, from Romania, you know, and really strong athletes that they represent like a lot of people with a lot of dreams. And sometimes like the big brands, they don't realize about how passionate these people are. Like, I've seen right now in Ecuador how many people love this brand. Like, it's a really love because they support me, and they feel like if they support me, they support the entire country. So that's beautiful, you know, like that really makes an impact in the sport.
It's been a hard way, and the process has been really hard. And as he was saying before, with his cousins leaving him behind and him wanting to prove them wrong, I feel it's been sort of the same with the trail running brands, right? You know, like brands saying, no, there's no spots, and then finding out that they had just signed someone else. Trail running should be diverse, and there should be opportunities for people from all around the world. And if you take a look at other brands, you'll see their teams are all, you know, either all European or American or Australian, and no one from other countries.
Maria, you first tried the OCC in 2016 and then the TDS twice. What gave you the desire to take on your first UTMB? Had you been dreaming about this first 100 mile for a long time?
Well, actually, I remember, I think it was the first time you did UTMB. I was like, I'm never doing UTMB. This is way too long. You know, why would you want to do that for me? It's going to be 35 hours at least, you know? And I can't tell you exactly when it changed, but it's been changing for the past few years. And I think that last year with Joaquin's third place, I was like, okay, I want to do it. I have to do it. You know, I think that every trail runner has to go through that. And after TDS, it's so long and so hard that I can't believe I'm actually choosing going for a bigger distance. I don't know why I'm doing it. And probably if you ask me on Sunday, I still won't know why. But I think that UTMB is such a big part of our lives. And after what happened last year, I just had to go ahead and try it. I've heard so many stories. I've been in the course so many times on the 8 stations, and I feel that it's time to do it from the other side.
As you know, running an ultra is never a solo effort. The role of crew support is essential. Let's talk about this side of the race. Joaquin, what is it like to take on the role of crew? Do you find it difficult?
I actually love it. And I think that we do have experience in it. Like, this is a funny story, but the first time Maria did TDS, I crew her in TDS in the bus. Like, I didn't have a car. Like, we just were both of us. We didn't have all these friends and people around, you know. And things like, for example, I remember in Beaufort, she was this close for me to go to get the bus. And if I didn't get the bus, I had a 3-hour gap until the next one. And she didn't make it. And I had to rest in Beaufort in the benches of like at 2 a.m. I had to wait from 2 to 5 a.m. Super cold. And I was racing UTMB in 2 days apart. So, I mean, I love it. And I usually get so inspired from it. Like, I remember I actually got a cold from it. Like, when she got to the finish line, I didn't sleep pretty much anything. And I had a little fever and I had my throat really going on. But the amount of inspiration I got from like following her and seeing her like push through all these barriers really was stuck in my head when I was running. And I was like, okay, if she was able to do that, like how can I don't push myself now? Like, it's just a way of giving back. And then I went on to finish 6th in that UTMB without like even thinking about it. Like, that was not in the plan, let's say. And Ecuadoruns is like that. Like, sometimes we have races when we have 100 runners going on. And I usually race my own race and then I go to the aid station to help the other runners that are still on track. And I think that really defines what I love about the sport. So I will keep doing it forever. Like, I think if I break my leg and I can't run anymore, I will still be super happy, like being around this sport, like organizing events or being there for people, like, and I will be equally passionate and happy about it.